Hello everybody, welcome to episode 4 of the Feed the Beast series. It's Tyler and I am here with another episode. So over the break I did a lot more than I expected to. As you can see, we have another floor of the house and we will be in there today working on stuff. Just another little reminder right now, if I sound a little funky, I am sick as I'm recording this, so I couldn't go a day without recording for you guys, so please don't mind that I'm sick. I also found 2 sheep that were down that way, that area, so I brought them back here into a little pen. We'll be doing something with them in a future episode. We also have another crop plant. It already grew, so that's kind of awkward. So we'll have the crop of the day right now, and you could probably already tell what it is. We have a tomato, and then we have some kiwi. And my sound seems to be a little loud right now. Bring that down. And then, of course, our peanuts, which then we'll replant now. Okay, so anyway, tomatoes, crop of the day. I planted them a long time ago, and then they grew, so... Anyway, a lot of changes to the house. As you can see, we have this sphere of lava, and I'll explain kind of why that's there later. I've got some new objectives. People have been commenting. We got from Obese Prodigy Jacob that I need to defeat the Wither, and I actually will be doing that multiple times. So that's not too difficult of a challenge. I will be doing that. Antol18 told me to kill the Ender Dragon with like a lot of overpowered material in the mod pack. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. Jolo Flame told me to keep a pet pig in the house, so I gotta get a pig in here sometime. Kfro told me to defeat the Hydra in the Twilight Forest. We will be going to the Twilight Forest eventually, but for right now, that's not going to happen too soon. But we will do that. And then Potato Man Stud told me to build a man cave with manly stuff in it. So that's going to be kind of interesting because I'm not too positive what I'm going to do with that. But we will make a man cave with some manly stuff. We also had another comment from Like a Boss telling me that I could just get all the dye that I needed for my wool carpet via the minium stone. But I'm not going to do that because that's not traditional to me. So I won't be doing that. But thank you, I did realize that, and we will be using that for some things. So I actually cooked up some more potatoes because I need them. You can see we moved the furnaces over here and our project table over here. And we added this room. And this room is basically going to be storage. We're going to have a huge sorting machine in here. And then, I'm not positive what I'm putting down here yet. I might put some tanks with some of the liquids we're going to have. But here's the Zycraft chest because we were getting a little bit full in the ore chest. This is mods, miscellaneous, and then stone and dirt and wood. It got ridiculous mining out this place, and we are going to do something to clean this up a little bit later. So look forward to that. This is marble brick. I remember showing you guys marble down in the cave. Basically just put 4 marble in a square and it'll give you this nice marble brick. I like it a lot. And I kind of like how this looks right now, but I'll probably end up filling in this stone with it later. I do have some more. Some updates on this stuff over here. I'm cooking up glass right now in here, just because you can never really have too much glass. It's useful. But the reason that we don't have any ores cooking up is because we cooked up all of them. So we have everything cooked up now. We got our gold, iron, steel, copper, tin. You can see there's 2 different kinds of tin. That's because one is thermal expansion and then one is industrial craft. And there's actually a way that we can convert this over to that version, because I will be using this version more than this version. Silver, lead, ferrous, uranium, diamonds, emeralds, all that kind of stuff. This is aluminum. We might be using aluminum here soon. I usually use it for torches, but there are a couple other uses, I'm pretty sure. Flint, you can see I have 64. That looks kind of sketchy, thinking that I spawned in a ton of flint. But if you actually combine 4 stacks of cobblestone and the minium stone, you get 64 flint. So yeah, that's how I got the flint. And then this is Forsicum. That came from the monazite ore. So that's used for modular force field. And I'm not positive exactly how to work that yet. So no promises on doing stuff there yet. That's basically everything with what I've done over the break, I'm pretty sure. I changed the ceiling to cobblestone, and it's mainly because of this lava thing. And that's exactly what we're going to get into today, is why this lava's here. And the answer to that is Thaumcraft. We are going to get into Thaumcraft today. And how you should start is by making a wand. So we're going to need a wand of the apprentice, and it's basically just a gold nugget, a stick, and then any shard. And the reason I chose the green shards is all my Thaumcraft stuff is up there because that's where it's going to be, is up above our house. But I basically had more earth shards than any other shard, so I'm just going with earth shards to make this wand. So now we have the wand of the apprentice. And there's a couple things we can do with this wand. There's actually a lot of things we can do, but the very first one is we're going to need to make a Thaumonomicon, and that's basically going to be our guide to Thaumcraft. So we're going to need to make a bookshelf. And a lot of you are probably wondering why in the world I'm making a bookshelf, but I will show you. It's actually very cool. I think it's one of the neatest things with Thaumcraft because I think it looks sweet. So let's just place our bookshelf down, and then you'll see that the wand has, right above my food bar, I'll eat, but when I have the wand in my hand, it says 50 Vis, and that's basically the charge of it. If I use the wand, which I'm about to, I don't know if it's going to use any charge for this, but it will just regain from an aura node in the area. And the aura nodes are basically anywhere. They spawn naturally in the world, but there is one place where aura nodes will always spawn, and those are silverwood trees. And they're blue, they're kind of big trees with blue leaves, and there is one down that way I went exploring, so we might head down there today, but maybe not. I'm not too positive yet. So don't think I'm heading there yet, but I will be getting that silverwood tree eventually. So if we right click on our bookshelf, bam, the Thaumonomicon. So then we could just mouse over that. I think it looks sweet how it is. The animations in Thaumcraft are pretty cool. So let's grab him and we'll have our Thaumonomicon. We can open him up and he basically just tells us everything there is to know about Thaumcraft. And then here's everything that we can research and get. And there are hidden stuff too, so there's actually more than what you see right here. So that's kind of cool. There's going to be a lot to do. And yeah, he's going to be our guide. So right now the ones that are blinking are the ones that we have a chance of getting when we research. And the first one is going to be this one right here. And you may recognize what that is because we had some at... Oh, no, we didn't. Never mind. We have the other version of it, which is Alumentum, which is that one. So we will be researching to get Alumentum. But to start off with the researching, we're going to need something called a writing table or something like that. We're going to need, well, we're going to need this arcane work table, but we're also going to need 2 of these tables. So I think we need 3 of these. And it's very simple, just wood and then some slabs. So we got to make 3 of them. That's 6 wood and then 9 slabs. So then we're going to need 6 of those. I made too many. That's okay. Let me just drop off all my food. Peanuts, kiwis, tomatoes. And we will be making some cool food eventually. I'm kind of building up to making some cool food. So that'll be kind of neat to make some awesome stuff. Well, let's make 3 of these tables. Boop, 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 boop. There's the 3 tables. I made 3 extras. Oh yeah, I knew that. I accidentally made 4. That's probably not too great of an idea, but hey, it's just wood, so that's okay. And we're going to head up here, and it's kind of nice up here. I actually like it a lot. It's a nice little room. You'll see that's where our lava spout is, and there is a reason for him being there, I promise. So then if we place down our table, and we're going to put it, let's put it right here. So if we put 2 of those together, and then we'll put, where do I want this? Right here. Now, our wand is fully charged, and then if we right click on him, we're going to get the arcane work table. And our wand automatically goes in here, but we can take him out. You need a wand to make, this basically works as a normal crafting table, but to do any magical stuff, you need a wand in here. And certain things are going to cost a certain amount of Vis, and we will be upgrading this wand over time. Now if we hit 2 of these together, we're going to get, never mind, we're not going to get that. What did I do here? Oh yeah, I know what I did here. Never mind. It's a good thing that I made 4 of these because I messed this up. So now we have another work table, and I guess we'll keep him, but we don't really need him. But we need writing tools, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what we need. So let's make writing tools. And how do we know it's not writing tools? I think it's just ink, a feather, and a glass bottle. So let's see if we can do that. We have a glass bottle. We can get ink from our minium stone. If I find something, bone meal will work. And then a feather. Are you kidding me? We don't have a feather. Huh. That could be a bit of a problem. I'll be right back. I'm going to go find a chicken, massacre him, and hope for a feather. I'm back, and I found an ink sac on the way I killed a squid. So, yeah, we got the ink sac. We don't really need the bone meal. But here are our scribing tools. Let's grab those. And then I believe if we just right-click on those two tables with the scribing tools, we're going to get the writing table thing that we need. So let's try that, and bam, there we go. That's what we needed. So then this looks complicated, but I promise it's not. We're just going to need some paper, and then some just regular items in the game. And I happen to know what the first one is. So we're going to grab some coal, and we're going to grab, I think it's red, no, I think we need something that like lights up, so we need torches. Let's see, do I have any torches? I also think that Zirconium has it too. Yeah, white Zirconium has it. So now we're going to need paper. Do we have paper? We have one piece of paper. That'll be good enough. I'll get some more paper over the break. I'm not going to do all of the research on camera. I'm going to do it off camera, and then when I come on I'll show you the discovery. But I will show you how to research right now. So we put a paper into this slot, and there's two types of ways that you can research. You can do a cursory research, and then if you click on that you can do a thorough research. And cursory is basically kind of your guessing to see if you get it, while thorough is, yes, I know that this is what it is, I want to go faster. Cursory, you have a smaller chance of losing your item in the research. Thorough is a higher chance, but it's going to progress faster. This one progresses slower. So we're basically just going to put any item in this slot, and you can put multiple in at a time. So, I mean, I know what the first one is, so I could do this, but I'm not going to do that, really. I don't like doing that. So you can see that this has 2 Potentia, 2 Ignis, and then 1 Saxum. And every item has certain stuff like that, as you can see. And those are going to basically make for us a certain thing. So if we have the coal and we hit this, we're going to research it. And you can see we got research notes. That's your first step, that one of these is in your research. So let's keep on going. We'll see that we came up with a question mark here. And that definitely shows that one of these is going to be in here. And then we also got some notes here. And you can't really read it yet. So let's continue researching. And we're going to see that Ignis is in this. So let's continue researching Ignis, and then once it starts to have a kind of shaky thing around it, you know that you got it 100% complete, and then you're on to the next one. But we also got another one from this, so that means that another one of these has to be there. And we'll see that Saxum kind of blacked out, so it's not Saxum, so that means it has to be Potentia. And look at that, we got Potentia. So let's continue doing that. We'll change to Thorough, just so this goes a little bit faster. You'll see that it's bouncing up a lot. And yeah, we're almost there, so I'm going to need to grab some more coal. You'll see that this now has writing. So this glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to produce much heat, though it could prove to be a steady source of light and energy. So this is basically giving you a hint of what the other aspects might be. So for instance, we have energy, so that could be the Potentia. Light, which is going to be our light Zirconium, and then the Ignis, which is the flame. So you can kind of figure it out just by piecing certain things together. So if we research this, we're going to get our Lux, which is the brightness aspect, and then we just need some more Potentia. And Potentia, the best place to get Potentia, in my opinion, is from Nikolite, because you can always have a ton of Nikolite. So I like grabbing some Nikolite. Nikolite and Redstone have the same ones because they're kind of used the same way, plus, you know, they look identical. So you have to kind of look around to see if you can get certain aspects for certain things. There are a ton of aspects in the game, so that's kind of neat. So now you're going to see we got 3 of these in a triangle, and we got a discovery now. So we got a discovery for Nitor. And you'll see the same little thing that you have here. So now if we right click on that, we're going to research complete Nitor. And then if we come in here, you're going to see that Nitor is now lit up. And now if you click on it, it's going to tell you that in the Crucible, for 5 Vis, you need to throw in 4 Ignis, 6 Lux, and 4 Potentia. Now, we haven't made our Crucible yet, but why don't we go do that? And then we'll see how to do that. And you guys are probably yelling at me to eat, so let me eat. Okay. So, to make a Crucible, we're going to need to make a Cauldron, a regular vanilla Cauldron. So that is 7 iron. And we'll make that right now. Boom, Cauldron. And then we're going to need to get the materials we need to make our Nitor. So it was, I already forget it. 4 Ignis, 6 Lux, and 4 Potentia. So coal can give us 4 Ignis, 6 Lux, 4 Potentia. So 2 coal is going to give us a Nitor, and then I'm going to need 3 Zirconium per one. But you're also going to see, so this has the Saxum in it, which isn't part of the recipe, and this has the crystal-y one, I'm not positive what that is, also in the recipe. Now, that's not good. You usually want to find aspects that have, that are like, how can I say this, that are perfectly, have the right number of things you need without any extras. Because what that's going to do is put something into the atmosphere called flux, and flux is bad, so we don't want flux in the atmosphere or else nasty things are going to spawn. So every time we do magic, flux is going to start to appear. And the difference of, you know, the ore node can be pure, the ore node can be nasty, it all kind of depends on where you're at, but the flux makes it dirtier than what it is. So if we right click on the Cauldron, we're not going to worry too much about it, but we're going to see that this now has, it has a cool little symbol on it. It looks like pi. But we need to fill this with water, because anytime you see like a witch doing her spells in a cauldron, you need water in it. And that works just like vanilla Minecraft, how you put water in it to store. So let's just grab a bucket. I know I have to have one around here somewhere. Do I have a bucket in here? No, I don't. So I guess, oh, I know what happened. When I went to get the lava, I accidentally threw the bucket into the lava. It wasn't one of my brightest moments. So let's grab this here. And what I could do, I could just come over here. I should turn these off because we're starting to stack up some energy in here. But I think I can just do... No, I can't get water from these. So that's kind of unfortunate. We're just going to have to get water from... I should probably stop stealing it from my farm, but we are going to just get the water from our farm. We'll see the tomatoes already regrew. Man, those are going fast. So I'll harvest stuff over the break, and yeah. So now we got to put the water into here, and that's why we have the lava, because the water needs to boil. And right now it's not boiling, but pretty soon we're going to see some bubbles, and then we'll know that it's boiling. Any day now. There we go. So now it's boiling, and we can throw in our stuff. So we needed 4, let's get this right, 4 Ignis, 6 Lux, and 4 Potentia. So 2 coal is going to give us the Ignis and Potentia, and then our 3 light Zirconium is going to give us our 6 Lux. So we throw that stuff right into our cauldron. Boom, boom. And then if we take our wand and we right click on here, we're going to get Nitor. So when we grab our Nitor, the water goes out, which is why I am going to create a water source somewhere up here so that we don't have to run down to refuel it 24/7. But we now have our Nitor. Nitor is kind of cool. It's used in some recipes, but what I like to do with it is to light up the room. And I think that just looks absolutely sweet. And then we can just destroy it to get it again. So yeah, I'll probably make some more Nitor over the break just to make this room look magic-y. And yeah, pretty cool. So anyway, we are going to have to get more shards because as you can see, these have some nice aspects. And they're also used in a lot of certain things. And amber and quicksilver. The quicksilver I got from the cinnabar ore, smelting it. So that's what cinnabar ore gives you. And then we got some more nickel here, and then there's a ton of things you can research. How did you get up here? I gotta get a door up in here, but for now, we don't need it. But you can research a ton of different things, and I'll be doing that over breaks, so you guys don't have to see it, but then I'll show you the discovery before I take it, because you can get some pretty cool patterns in here, and some of them are really complex and interesting. So we will be showing you guys that. We haven't done anything in here yet, but like I said, you put the wand just right in there, and then you can do stuff, but this also works as a, there's nothing I can really make, but it works as a crafting table too, so if I need to just craft something up here, I could do that. Put that back. And what else should you know about Thaumcraft? This tree right here, the Great Wood Tree, is a part of Thaumcraft, and we will be using him later. He's not too important right now, so we don't have to worry about him for now. But actually, I want to make a pilgrimage out to our Silverwood tree. So let's just sleep, and then I'm actually going to end off the episode right after I do this, because even if this episode hasn't gone on for too long, the fact that I'm not feeling too great and I have a ton of homework to do, I'm not going to stay on here too long. I did what I wanted to do for this episode, Burning Zombie, which was to introduce you guys to Thaumcraft. So let's go. Oh, you're an angry zombie. I'll kill you. Experience. I also have 34 levels of experience, so we should probably be getting some obsidian and making an enchanting table soon. And next episode, in case you guys care, we're going to be starting an exhibition to the Nether, and we're going to be making a lava factory. I've been working with it a little bit on my single player, just mess around world creative to see what I can make, and I figured out that this is probably a really good source of energy. It might take 2 episodes to make this contraption. We got some more sheep out here, and another great wood tree. Does this guy have spider webs? Because if he does, let's rate it. I don't know if it does, so let's check. It doesn't look like it. Nope. That's unfortunate. I love finding spider webs in those. So let's keep going. It's right up this mountain, I think. We'll start to see it. I'm looking on the map just for like a blue tree, because that's basically what it is. But the awesome thing about the Silverwood trees is ore nodes spawn in them. So it's a very small ore node, but if we start planting a ton of Silverwood trees by our house, the ore node by our house is going to gradually get bigger and cleaner, and it's going to start to get rid of all the flux in our environment. So there's another chicken, and they're dropping eggs. So let's massacre them for feathers. I actually found my chicken down that way, but that's okay. So I'm not positive where this tree is. I knew it was over here somewhere. Not too positive if I'm just going crazy. I swore I looked for it and found it over here. These are some nice flowers. We'll take those. Another beehive. We will be getting into bees in the next, like 5 or 6 episodes. Not too extensively because we're nowhere near ready for that. But we will be sort of getting into them just to introduce them, and because I just love playing around with bees. Oh, so there it is. That's exactly what I was looking for. That guy. Okay, let's run up and grab him. And I do kind of want to just climb up it and start breaking some leaves, because I want to get a sapling. And these are actually little plants that spawn by them, and they give you quicksilver when you destroy them. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And I'm pretty sure these actually, when you plant a silverwood tree, I think they spawn by it eventually. So let's just chop down part of this tree. Its logs are used for certain recipes in Thaumcraft, so we will need to have some of these logs, but its leaves are what I'm more interested in, because if we can get a sapling from them, that'd be kind of sweet. Now, getting a sapling from these is actually really rare, because they don't really want you planting a ton of these and having a huge ore node. You can't really blame them. But you can usually get 1 to 2 saplings from them, but you can also get none. So that's kind of a bummer if you get none. And yeah, I'm just going to dig up this tree, and then I'll be back when I get this taken care of. And we got 1 sapling from that, which was actually kind of nice. So we did get a sapling. Now, these actually take a really long time to grow, and we can't use bone meal. But the reason that I'm not back at the house, I was just going to go back to the house and then show you guys everything. So I saw that little guy floating around over there. That's not your eyes seeing thing, that is a wisp. And those are basically what happens when there's too much flux in the environment. And the reason why there's one over there, it's not because we've been doing a lot of magic, because we haven't. It's because of that purple thing up on the top left of my screen. And those are it's like a temple, I guess you could call it. And they're bad. They're very bad. So we're actually going to go over there because, you know, why not? And actually that's a bad idea on my part, but we're still going to do it because there is a chest right in the middle of the temple. But the reason that there's flux spawning is there's an aura node there that isn't clean. And there's two different places where dirty aura nodes can spawn. And it's at these little temples, and there's dungeons above ground from Thaumcraft that we can also find. And we'll probably find one eventually, but yeah, as you can see, Wisp. And they'll electrocute you and let you on fire and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're going to stay away from him. I do want to try and get to that chest. So we might do some magic running here and see if we can sneak over. Right now, go for it, chest. Grab everything. I didn't grab everything. Crap. Yeah, this could be a problem. Run. I'm scaling a mountain right now. Probably not the best thing to do in the nighttime, but kind of exciting for you guys to watch me run away as I get killed. But I actually think I got something really, really cool from that. I saw it as I was clicking it. But yeah, we got a portal gun, and that is actually really awesome because those are expensive. And I want your guys' opinion, because I do love having this portal gun, but I also think it's kind of unfair that we just found it like that when it's so expensive to make, because it uses a nether star, which we'd have to kill the wither to get the nether star. So tell me, we've got a volcano over here, that's wild, all the lava, jeez, it's kind of insane. Maybe we'll come back over here and use the lava for something later on. But give me your opinion in the comments, like actually right now, as you're watching this, go down in the comments and tell me what you think about this. Should I keep the portal gun, or should I get rid of it and try and get it on my own? Because we are going to make one eventually, but I want the challenge of getting the wither. So, I don't know. It's up to you guys. Please tell me. I'm lost. I have no idea where I am. So please tell me what you guys think about that. Do we get anything else cool? Some tin, some cocoa beans, regular stuff. So I know I didn't grab everything from that, but I really didn't want to tackle the wisps. But yeah, that's kind of an idea of what happens if we start doing some nasty magic. Those will start spawning by our house. So we do not want that at all. I think creeper. So yeah, we don't want that. Now, I'm going to go find our house, and then there's one more little thing I want to do before the episode's over. I don't think this one's been going for too long, but we will see. So I will be right back when I get back to the house. It feels so good to be home. So, I was going in the wrong direction from where why are you in here? Screw you, spider. And we also got a zombie knocking on our door. Get out of here, angry zombie. Actually, come in here, as I just let you into my house. Okay. Now we're done with that. Let's sleep the night away. And then there is one last thing I want to make. And I brought it up earlier in the episode, but you guys may not have noticed. But we have a ton of cobblestone and a ton of dirt, so we're going to make something to help us with that. And it's actually kind of ironic, because we had those extra 3 slabs. Maybe, where were they? Were they upstairs? Or did I put them back in here? Huh. Maybe I'm just delusional. So let's make a couple more slabs. So as soon as I come over here, 3 slabs or 6 slabs now. We're going to put those right there, and then we're just going to take logs, and I picked these up as I was on my way since we were in the spruce forest. And we're just going to separate them like that. And that's going to give us barrels, and barrels are really cool. So let's grab 2 barrels, and we'll just put that stuff in there. And then when we come over here, and we place down our barrel, so I'm actually this is gonna seem crazy, but I'm just gonna destroy that. That's a lot of stuff, oh my gosh. And we're gonna put 2 barrels here. And let's just pick up some cobblestone. We're gonna place the cobblestone right into there. So then we can stack a bunch of items. I don't want the wood. We can stack, so when we right click on that, it'll tell us how much cobblestone we got. and then we can put dirt down in this one. So, yeah, pretty cool. And then we can just stack our cobblestone now, and dirt in these. And later on, that's kind of how we're going to do our sorting system. We're going to have a bunch of these barrels all along these walls, and we're going to have sorting machines from Red Power and routers from Factorization help us to sort all of our stuff into these barrels. So that'll be really, really sweet. I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here and do this, and I'll end off the episode. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Please give me opinions on what you like about the house, what you don't like about the house, what I can change about the house. I love hearing you guys' feedback. And I love it when you guys actually, like, message me, ask me how I'm doing. I had a person message me asking if I would download a skin that he made for me. And that, I loved getting that. That made me happy. So, yeah, just the little stuff counts. And, yeah, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys soon. And once again, sorry for being sick in this episode. I know my voice probably sounds terrible, but I will be better soon. And probably an episode on Tuesday. So yeah, just stay awesome, you guys, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.